Yes, people, welcome back to another live stream on the channel, and this is your North London Derby preview, and I'm hosting today, so I'm gonna let the panel have their say. But let's just get straight into it, man. Let's get straight into it. Let's not add in the guest that we have. First guest, it is the man himself, Ollie
Yeah,
Sinclair. How you doing, Ollie?
I'm good.
Good. How you look? How are you feeling towards the weekend in general?
I'm confident. I think we can win.
Hey, come on. The next one, it is himself, the co-host himself. Manny, how you doing, Manny?
Yeah, all good, son. All good. I'm excited for this North London derby. Of course, we all know it's not going to be a very happy return for Spurs. The more things change, the more they stay the same. I think credit to Spurs, they've done well this season, but we're still going to have the measure of them come Sunday.
100%. Next fan, good to see him back. It is the man
Sorry,
himself,
man, I'm
MK Don.
just smoking on them Spurs tears.
We got Mason, man. Long time.
Big
How you
up, bro. Thanks for having me.
doing? No worries. And last but not least, all right.
You put me with three Arsenal fans. Oh my god.
What can I say, Harry? They just didn't want to show up.
Big up, man. How you doing, Harry?
Yeah, I'm alright, man.
Good. Don't worry. It's no way. I'm with you tonight. If that's like you, I'll be with you. Likewise. But listen, let's get into it, man. Ollie, let's go with you first. Arsenal, Tottenham. How are you looking forward?
Yeah, I'm looking forward. It's going to be a good game. I think we can win. I think I don't know why. I'm just really confident, but it will be tough. Obviously, Tottenham are unbeaten, but it doesn't really mean anything. I mean, but yeah, I think we should win. I'm not sure. This maybe 3-1. I think. Yeah, Tottenham will score. I think, but we'll win. But
Yeah. Manny, what about you? What do you think about the game? How do you think this game will go?
Yeah, first of all, credit to Spurs and their new manager, Ange Postecoglou, who I do rate as a manager and a bloke. I think they've had a really good start. But you know how they say the more things change, the more they stay the same. Arsenal to win. And I'm actually going to concur with Ollie's 3-1 prediction because history sort of tells us that when it comes to these games at the Emirates Stadium, these North London derbies, we benefit greatly from the home support, and Spurs will certainly huff and puff, but they just won't be able to blow the house down, if you know what I mean. So it should be 3-1 because they're going to certainly try to score, and I think their offense without Keane certainly looks very fresh and very determined. But we've got Raya at the back, and we should be keeping a clean sheet. Sorry, Ollie. I mean, normally we should be, but I think they'll score. But we'll have the measure of them. So 3-1 to the Arsenal.
Yeah. Mason, your thoughts?
Yeah. Oh God, man, this game. By Spurs' confidence, and I mean not by obviously the fans or some of the fans, but by Spurs' like players and managers' confidence, they should be coming in playing this free-flowing football that we have seen. But what I do think is going to happen is we're going to see the same old Spurs come to the Emirates and sit back and try and counter-attack. You're going to score, obviously. I personally think it'll be a penalty to Spurs. Which Richie will step up and put it away, sadly. But I just think we're just so much stronger than you lot. Like, well done for beating dead teams in many ways. Like Brentford, yeah, fair play, ain't dead side.
So United are a dead team. I'm just asking.
Well, yeah. Going by this season,
This is not
no
my stream.
offense,
I'm just asking because Oris is United fan. So.
No, but honest knows, I'll say the truth here, right? The thing is with Man United, they're on a little bit of a boom. You guys met them, slapped them up, yeah. We met them, beat them, yeah. Done, yeah. But you guys going on like you're some title contending side. Well, how many games are we in?
I'm not one of those fans saying we're title contenders.
No, I know. I'm going for those sort of fans. I know.
I know. I've heard some of them, mate. I know who you're talking
Exactly.
about.
Yeah, that's Harry for you. He's the realist
See,
Spurs
no. He's
supporter.
actually nice.
Not
Honest,
deluded.
man. I thought you were going to get one of these horrible Spurs fans on. But on a real, your team will come. Hopefully, I want, and this is what I was saying to the other boys before we went live, I want you guys to come out and play this free-flowing football that we've seen against these lesser sides. I want you to, because I think we can match that. We can take your midfield and toss it around. Fabio Vieira is going to be in there. Havertz on the bench, please. For score, I think 3-1 as well. But that's only because I think North London derby, you guys will score. You guys.
I think both teams will score. Is a guarantee, to be honest with you.
Yeah, 100%. But no, 3-1. But I think it'll be comfortable. It'll be nice. I think we get a 3-goal lead before you guys get there.
100%. Now we'll go to Harry, man. Spurs side. Are you looking forward, man? Because how do you guys see yourself setting up in this game?
So, like, unfortunately, I see us being open like we've been the past few games because Ange insisted that he won't change his style depending on the opponent. He just wants to play one way. And in the past, unfortunately, that's come back to bite us. And even though I think in the midfield, you guys will hear me say this, but I think we're stronger in midfield. But I think on the flanks is where this game will be lost and won on the flanks. Like you've got Saka versus Udogie, and you've got Martinelli versus like Porro, and obviously you've got the vice versa. You've got Kuseswe, Zinchenko, and whoever plays, on that side versus is it White? Is it Ben White in it? Ben White.
Yeah, Ben White.
But like I think that's where the game we won and lost. I don't actually think it'll be in midfield because I think our midfield's better, but I do think it'll be quite even because Arsenal got the home support, and in these games the home support is like makes so much more difference in the derby than any other game. The only time we won there was in 2010 when Kabul got that header with 2-0 down at half time, and that was the only game when Redknapp like totally threw away his game plan at half time and tried something completely different. But even within that, changing the 4-4-2 in that match, right, we still played on the counter attack. So I think if we go there and try and play toe to toe with them, whatever, which was our fans seem to want, I don't know why they think it's a good idea. I don't agree with it. But if it was me, goes back to also the team I'd pick. I'd pick Johnson, Son, and Richardson and just play 3 runners. I wouldn't even play them as like a 3. I just tell them 3 runners, and I'd sit 6 players. I'd sit Bissouma, Sarr, and the back 4. I just tell them to sit, and I'd tell Maddison just go and do your thing and just play some balls on those front 3. And because Arsenal's weakness is over the top, so just do that. That's what I would do. But I'm not the manager. But I think we'll try and play Arsenal like in terms of like with football, and I'd rather we turned it into a scrap personally. Like just roll them up, roll up Saliba. That's why I'd play Richardson. Roll up Saliba and get him sent off. Get him sent off.
Let me cut you there. Do not go for my centre back. My French way. Yeah. Let's have a look at your centre back compared to my centre backs. Who you got in centre back that competing with
Romero
Saliba?
and Van der Ven?
Romero ain't competing with Saliba. Get out of here. Who else?
Personally, I rate Van der Ven over Gabriel any day of the week.
I ain't seen too much of him, so I don't know about it.
No, like he's like Vertonghen. Just put it that way. It's early days, but the guy reminds me of Vertonghen a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, but like for me, that's how I would play. But I think we're going to play open. I think we'll lose 4-2.
Big up Graham, who's just joined now. Big up to you, Graham. How you doing, Graham? Big up.
Yeah, all right, Oris. Sorry I'm a bit late. I owe you one. I needed to come on today, so I made sure I had a little space in my schedule to come and pop on here.
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. Good to see you.
I could hear it. I take it, Spurs fan talking about how good their players are. It's been 5 games. 5 games. This Van der Ven, it looks okay. It's been 5 games.
Well said. Thank you.
How about Havertz?
Everyone's gone about this left back. 5 games. It's 5 games. They look good, but Eric Dyer was good when he first started.
Are you really comparing Doji to Eric Dyer? Are you serious?
Yes.
Games.
5
Mate,
games.
you're-
Yeah.
mate,
You
you're-
can't.
you're-
You cannot commit anyone. I tell you what. I'll use an example. When Nuno Tavares started for Arsenal, we were doing the same. Oh, he's amazing. Well, I didn't. I knew he was shit. And look at him now. We can't even get in Forest's team.
Are you
But
comparing
it's
Nuno
quite-
to Doji?
It's like when you
It's
got
5
who's that
games.
other left back who got spun up last year by.
It's 5. It's 5 games.
Are you
You
talking
can't.
about Emerson? Emerson's different,
No,
mate.
that was a right back. Who's the left back? Who's the left back, brother? Who comes from begins with a P?
Perisic?
Yeah, him.
Mate.
Yeah, bro. I thought he was good. I thought he was
34.
amazing. I thought he was world class last season.
The thing is with Adoji, he looks good. So does Bendavine, but it's 5 games. You know, it's like everyone's on about Tottenham looking good, and they are. But they beat Sheffield United, Burnley, and Bournemouth. So let's all just relax.
But you didn't exactly beat
we're
anyone
not
that
looking
good
good.
either, though.
We've been shit. But we
We
got
have.
4 wins out of 5. We've been shit. But apart from the PSV game, we've been shit. But sometimes you got to be like that. It's like Liverpool. We're not convincing, but end of the day, we've got the wins. You know, we drew 1 game, but we're not going to win 38 games. Like I said, people know my opinion. I know we're not going to win the league. It's about finishing above Man United and Tottenham for me. And right now,
Well, you're Arsenal fan or Liverpool fan?
that opinion
No,
hasn't
he's
changed.
Arsenal.
We're still going to finish
All
above
right.
Man United and Tottenham, regardless how Tottenham start.
Yeah, well, listen, but you know,
Tottenham, everyone knows it. Like Conte come in last year, done his little bit, got all hype. Spurs fans are going, "Oh my god, he's the best thing ever!" And how did that seem? Like, how did that?
Difference is
how did
though
that
is
go?
that people like me knew it was going to fall apart because of Levy. So
Right, okay. Like, you can't continually blaming your owner when he's done so much.
well,
for
I
his team
can
management.
because he's been the problem for the
You
past
can't.
20 years.
But hold up a minute. Let's forget who's in charge. Like, owns your club. Yeah. Let's talk about.
It
your
does
club.
matter though.
Like, let's talk about your club. This ain't the Daniel Levy convo. Yeah. This is
Yeah, but you
Tottenham
said
Arsenal.
Conte, yeah? Like
So, right,
under Mourinho.
Conte, come in. Yeah. Done flying start. You won the August Premier
Yeah, 'cause
League.
it's called the
trophy.
honeymoon period.
Congratulations for that, by the way.
It's called the
Next
honeymoon
one.
period.
Right, before. This is the honeymoon period as well,
Yeah,
my
have you not,
brother.
like-
This is the honeymoon period
the
for you.
the thing is,
the crash. The plane is going to come crashing down, my friend, come Emirates Stadium. Watch. Sunday, you're going to get slapped up. Trust me.
I'll be honest.
MK.
I think it's going to be. I think it'll be a good game. I think
It will be. It will be. As long as they don't counter. As long as they don't come and start
Tottenham are a good side, but there's 4 things. There's one thing in life and 4 words that all you got to say. Spurs will be Spursy, and that's it.
Yeah, and by the way, MK, let me just say, given that Emirates is our sponsor, I wouldn't want to talk about planes crashing, yeah?
Yeah, screw that. All right, we'll do a helicopter instead. Your helicopter's going to come crashing, bro. Trust me.
yeah.
No, listen, just say the apple cart will be upset, yeah?
The apple cart, yeah, all right.
Yeah, no fatalities, just some squashed apples.
All
Put it
right.
this way, we somehow win. I'm going to come for all of you on Sunday night.
Yeah,
come
listen.
to me.
I'll be honest.
Right here.
I think Tottenham's got a great chance, but because I think they could catch us cold. But if we start well and play how we know we can play, I think we win. But if we
I
start
think
sloppy,
we'll know
I
in the
think we've got
first
a great
20 minutes, to be honest
We
with
have
you.
to start fast.
Yeah.
First 15, 20 minutes is going to tell the way this game's going to go.
But like
I'm hoping.
you say that, but I look back in the one game we won in the Premier League at the Emirates when we were 2-0 down at half time. Like, we were shocking in the first 20 minutes of that game. And I don't know how we came back and won that game 3-2.
But I reckon, but the one thing you guys will say is that you guys come back against Sheffield. Like, congratulations for that.
That was like mad.
I thought you won the league.
Honestly, the way them, that's what I was literally just about to say. The way these lot have been going on about how they beat Sheffield, like, well done. Well done. They're going to get relegated anyway. No offense.
To be fair,
It's more, mate. It's more the fact that we're 1-0 down and they wasted how much. You weren't there, though. The referee was fucking awful. It was one of the worst refereeing performances I've ever seen in my life. And this is not, it's nothing. Like, it was crap, mate. It was fucking shit.
No wonder
Anyway, and then
that means something serious. When
and I don't normally criticize the rest, but this guy was rubbish. And like the amount of time wasting they did, their goalkeeper like
what do you
should have been
expect,
sent
though?
off.
What do you expect, though? They need a point.
I know, but the thing is, that's why there was 12 minutes at a time, right? And I thought if we get one goal, we're probably going to win this. And we scored the goal, and that
To be honest, don't expect 12 added minutes at the Emirates. Let's get that in. Don't expect that much. Don't expect that.
Why not? It happened last week, though. It happened last week.
If it is for one, if it is, it'll be you guys trying to, time waste from the off.
I use an example. Obviously, we beat PSV last night. PSV, I think they're a good side. But the problem with PSV, their manager's arrogant. He played aggressive football against us yesterday. And that's what happens. If you're not better than us and you play aggressive football, you're going to get torn apart. If Tottenham come and play that sort of football against us on Sunday, they will get torn apart because we're better than you at it. We're better at playing better. We got better players. That's just not arrogant. That's just Tottenham have good players, but we got better players. So if you want to go 1-to-1,
for me, the difference is that you're at home.
Yeah, no, I think that's a fair point as well. I think that's a fair point.
Yeah, that does give you the home advantage.
Psychological edge, isn't it?
Psychological edge.
But if you want to play open.
That's the same as when we come.
I'm literally saying I don't want us to play open football. So you're telling the wrong guy.
You play open football.
I literally said I want to sit 6 people, and I want 4 to one guy.
Can you please change your mindset, please, and just say that you want to play open football so we can.
No, I want to actually watch this.
Okay, let me just say.
Guys, let Connor come in. Connor,
you've
been sitting there in the middle. You've been silent.
Connor,
let's
man,
bring you in.
It's been fiery, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, big up, Connor, man.
In nuts. Yeah, no, what's up, guys? Yeah, I'm all good, man. I'm all good. I'm looking forward to the weekend. Listen, as much as I like to banter Tottenham, I'm not going into this. Listen, at the end of the day, Tottenham have nothing to lose in this game. We have something to lose. Tottenham don't have anything to lose. Tottenham can walk out of a point and they'll be like, yes, we'll take that. Arsenal have something to lose here. Like, at the end of the day, one, we're at home, we're losing this. If we lose this long record of the record we've had against Tottenham, and the reason I'm saying this is, as much as we want to banter Tottenham, they have had a very good start on the Postecoglou. I'm not denying that. I'm not going to sit here and just keep chatting shit, saying they're crap, because I'm going to be real. They're better than what they've been in the last couple of seasons. The football they've been playing. So listen, I'm expecting good performance because it's at the Emirates and we normally dominate these guys at the Emirates. I've been to a couple of games we've played Spurs at the Emirates and we've practically dominated them majority of the time. It's either been lackluster performances and then we've got the win, or it's been a very good performance and we smashed them at the park. So I'm hoping this time it's the same story, but I'm not going to underestimate them. I'm really not. And I'm not going to lie, we haven't, bar Wednesday, we haven't proven ourselves, in my opinion, yet this season. So that's why I'm not jumping the gun, saying, oh, this, that, it's going to be a fucking smashing, this and that. Because it might not be. No. It really might not be.
Who do you guys think will start up front then for Arsenal? Do you think it has this?
Not after Wednesday, it'll be Jesus.
It's got to be Jesus, man.
Please, don't get to, man. Come on.
And how about midfield?
The Messiah has returned.
If I had my way, if we were going to go attacking, it should be Odegaard, Declan Rice. And I'd go Smith Rowe, man, because I don't think, because Fabio Vieira, when he played a full 90 against Everton, when he came off the bench those 2 times and got both assists, very good. He was even good when he came on for PSV the other day. I don't know whether it's just he can't do a full 90 or whether Everton were just too physical, but he didn't really prove it to me there. But I know Smith Rowe knows what it means to play in a North London derby. He knows what it means to be an Arsenal player, what this occasion means, and he's a good player. And I wouldn't start the guy who we bought for 65 million. I'm sorry, I wouldn't. And anyone who thinks we should, I'm sorry, I will happily debate you all day, every day.
You know what? As a Spurs fan, as outsider, when I see the Havertz signing, right, this is going to sound weird. I think Arteta is one of those managers, unfortunately, where he's let his ego override his judgment. So I think he saw Havertz, and I think Ten Hag's done this with Mason Mount as well. By the way, it's not a direct Arsenal way of everything. And he thought, look, this player's failed at this club. Look at me. I can go and make this guy into a player in the Premier League. That's what I think he's done with the Havertz signing.
He will die. He will die on that Havertz signing.
Literally, he will not,
until Havertz, who by the way, I want Havertz to succeed at Arsenal. But I think there's a player there. But if he just can't be asked to play,
he's not even using him properly. Personally, I would use him off the left or as a number.
If I had my way, but the thing is, we've got Jesus. The best performance he's had in an Arsenal shirt was when we played Man City at the start of the season. And this is best, by the way. I'm not saying outstanding because this is picking off certain moments in the game because he hasn't had a full 90 of good football, even a full half. But he had good moments when he played centre forward against Man City, which is what he played sort of on the Chelsea last season. But he didn't do a good job.
Connor, if I can just come.
Go on.
Sorry. Finish your sentence.
No. I was just going to say, in my opinion, we're wasting it in Cam because in central midfield, because we could have someone in there who could create a lot more. I saw Smith Rowe and Fabio Vieira come on the other day. They done more in half an hour, 25 minutes than Havertz done in this.
I thought Smith Rowe was a good player. I'm surprised.
He is. But no, but that's the thing. That's the thing. Arteta will die on this Havertz timing. He will never live this down. He will have to play him every single time.
He's sort of like a luxury, because to me, I view him as like a Dele Alli type player, as in you have to kind of build the team around him for it to work.
Well, yeah, you have to, because
and you can't afford to do that.
Paying £300 a week, you can't not start him. You know,
but like, with Rice, I'm one of those Spurs fans. A lot of Spurs fans have said that you overpaid for Rice. Personally, I disagree completely, because he was West Ham's best player. He was going to cost them more.
He was going to
be English tax, and also for me, I'll die on this hill if you want to say this, but I think Rice is one of the best DMs in the world, man, or at least in Europe. Like,
no. I can't agree with that. I mean, there are several DMs in the world who are a lot more proven, who played on the bigger stages. Maybe in terms of form, you could say that, but he still has to play a little bit more. And this sort of segues back into what you were saying, Connor, where you said you'd play ESR. The problem with ESR, of course, I mean, we all saw him, limp off against Manchester United during the warm down, for Pete's sake. And he's still, got several question marks over his fitness. I don't even know if he can play a full 90. So I agree with you that we cannot have Kai Havertz involved any which way. But then when you have a situation where neither Fabi Vieira nor ESR can really be trusted to necessarily play a full 90 minutes if they can't make an impact, I mean, where do we go from here? Can we throw ESR in? I'm not so sure about that.
Manny, would you say
Manny, who's better than Rice?
In DM?
Agree.
Well, I mean, Partey's obviously proven,
but
but
in the world, that's top 5, top 10. So name me eight DMs better than Rice.
People forget he was like Euros, man.
Oh, come on.
In the World Cup, like the guy's been good for a long time. Yeah.
I can't.
Sorry. I'm going to say this truthfully, yeah. And I said this before on one of Horus' streams. The word world class, in my opinion, has been overutilized so much recently, because there's so much between a high rating on FIFA and how they are in real life. Because that's what's happened. This guy's now got a high rating. Now, I love Declan Rice. I was so gassed when we signed him, and I still am. I think he's quality. But he hasn't. Now you may come for me because Saka is my favourite player at Arsenal, and I think he's going to be a star, and I think he will be world class. But he hasn't done anything yet to make himself the status of world class. Neither is Declan Rice. So what if we get a team together like we are right now, and we get something, maybe like a Premier League title, maybe even a couple more cups, I don't know. But once they've really proven themselves, even when Declan Rice was in the England team, even when Saka was, they've in my opinion, they've got to do a bit more in terms of their footballing career. And don't forget, they're still very young players. They're still very young. Yeah, you do have the likes of, and people are going to come for me for this. I'm not talking about maybe Casemiro right now. Casemiro when he's at Real Madrid. Rodri, they've won esteemed league titles, Champions Leagues, all this kind of stuff. There's more in world football. But in my opinion, Declan Rice hasn't got that. He doesn't. It's not fair to say he doesn't deserve, but he hasn't done what has need to be done to get that world class status. In my opinion,
it's not about being world. It's not about being world class, though. It's about being the best DM in the world. You don't have to be world class to be one of the best in the world. It's DM. DM.
You have to do a certain job.
But you're saying. But we never said world class. We said best DM. One of the best DMs.
I thought you were saying world class.
No, I didn't say world class.
I said because you tell me who's better DMs than him in the world. Rodri, Casemiro probably still is, even though I know he looks like the guy from Ted Lasso now. But he's a good player. We know he is. We know Rodri is. There ain't many more better than Rice.
Listen, you've got a guy called Kivio. His girlfriend is a strip dancer. Relax. Just relax.
Thing with Rice also for me.
Leave Kivio
passing range. He really reminds of Michael Carrick a lot. I'd say.
Rice. He's different gear. Rice. Like he's got
energy.
He's a leader. He's got everything they need to be. I didn't say he's world class. I just think he is one of the top DMs in the world. There's absolutely no doubt about it.
I think he's definitely one up. He's definitely up there, 100%.
He's up there, man. To be fair, I wanted Rice, but listen,
I suppose I can concede and keep an open mind, but I'm going to have to come back to you on that, Graham. I will try and find a few more.
Man. All the love in the world, man. All the love in the world. But no,
always, mate. Always.
I think there's not, the world class players should be. So in this day and age, we're paying 100 million for DMs. They're not worth that money. Declan Rice is not 100 million. but we needed him. And you can obviously tell right now we've got that little bit of Steely in the midfield now. We're a better team, even though we're not playing well. Sometimes you don't have to play well to see a difference in the team. If that makes sense. And you can see that we are a better side with him. We now need to be a bit more better going forward with the, like the Havertz and the Rieiras. And I know Odegaard's different gravy, but we need to be a bit better there. Declan Rice is doing everything he should be doing. We're better defensively.
I think that's one of the highest number of interceptions or something.
Okay,
I hate
Ollie,
them.
Ollie, what's your thoughts about the Rice thing? Do you like him? Do you think he's best in his position?
Rice, he likes every player.
Yeah.
Go on. Are you all right, Ollie? Are you still upset about Ramsdale?
What about David Raya, Ollie?
You still all right? Are you all right, Ollie?
Listen, I do want to quickly touch on David Raya because I do think he will start on Sunday. I do, because I've seen things recently. I think it's practically confirmed now that Arteta is going to make him number one. Yeah, that's the thing. But this is the problem we have. I knew for a fact, and I think most Arsenal fans did, when we signed David Raya, I knew that it wasn't going to be his second choice. He would have never joined Arsenal if he got told he was going to be second choice all season. Cup games, the odd crap Champions League game, like, no disrespect, like Lons, if you play them, even if it was PSV. I do think he is going to now play, and it is sad, but at the end of the day, it's football, and if we're going to look at it logistically, Raya and Ramsdale had very even stats last season. Practically the same amount of clean sheets. I think bar 2. I think Ramsdale conceded just a couple less goals than Raya, so they're both on the same wavelength. But I thought, as much as I wanted Raya because I think he's a class goalkeeper, but I thought Spanish, it's got the link. Arteta loves a Spaniard, especially as he's Spanish himself. I thought this is now going to be his guy. I really do. And listen, if we do end up, we are going to buy Raya because we have to buy Raya at the end of the season. We think we've got an obligation now to buy him, so we are going to have to get him at the end of the season, which I'm happy about. But I do think
it's an obligation.
Yeah, so I think it is an obligation. Yeah, I think it is. And there's some other stuff to do with it. But so when we do get him at the end of the season, if we do end up selling Ramsdale, which I don't want to do because it's so good to have two quality goalkeepers, but at the end of the day, one's not going to want to sit on the bench, are they? They're not. So we've got to look at it in hindsight. We're going to get a hefty fee for this guy because we can't let Ramsdale go on the cheap. One, because he's English, there'll be that English tax, but also he's still a quality goalkeeper. So as much as I'm a bit disappointed that he's not going to get the game time, because I do like Ramsdale, but Raya, been watching him these 2 games. I know he hasn't really, people saying he hasn't proven himself. I mean, 2 clean sheets. So for your first 2 games isn't bad. I know it's against Everton and PSV, but especially against PSV because he had more shots on him. He just looks so calm and composed when he has the ball in his feet. Not to be picky at Ramsdale, because again, I do like him, but he panics a bit when the ball's at his feet. Players are coming towards him. He's like, what do I do? Raya, De Jong and is it Bakayoko was pressing him. He was composed, I thought, because normally it's Ramsdale then. I thought, oh, God, here we go. Right, passing around the back. We're going to get countered, bang, goal. But we weren't. We were really composed, and he done that. And his kicking, he's always going out for saves. I was sitting with my Brentford mate the other day watching the Everton game, and he was literally saying everything that he was going to do. He's not scared to grab the ball in corners. He goes out, dives in. He's not scared to get it. And again, let's not be completely writing off Ramsdale, because Ramsdale was very good for us last season. Even the season before that, when he came in, he's really made a name for himself. People said, when we signed him, he's relegated to fodder. He always gets relegated with the teams he's with. And he's really proved himself. But something with Raya, man. I don't know, but I'm liking him.
I agree with everything you say there, Connor. Like, obviously, my wife and daughter and family are all Brentford, so I know what Raya's about. I knew what we were signing. He's calm, composure, different gravy of a goalie, and so is Ramsdale. But it's very evident that Arteta is copying Pep, isn't he, really? If you look at Ederson, look at Raya, same sort of stuff. Yeah. And I'm all for it. I feel sorry for Ramsdale. But at the same time, we're all assuming that now it's going to be Raya. And it probably is. But remember, Arteta likes to fool us. So let's just hold on. You never know. He could play a little trick one. But yeah, listen, both great goalies. Raya's different gravy. And exactly what you said, Connor. Calm, collect. One of the best goalies in the world when it comes to being on his feet with the ball. So I think Spanish, 28. That's young in goalkeeping in years. So yeah, a bit gutted for Ramsdale, but at the same time, I'm happy we've got a quality goalie, and it's going to cost 27 million. That's a snip in this day and age, isn't it?
Yeah. It's very hard to get a goalkeeper as well, a good one as well. I'd say that.
different
No, I
gravy.
personally think that Mikel's got some sort of sneaky plan to sort of maybe get them both in for maybe just this season. Maybe if Ramsdale is going to get sold, then possibly. But I do feel like the media, the fan base is just getting a little bit over the top with this Ramsdale situation. He isn't unhappy. Let's be real on this. Let's be real. He hasn't come out and said nothing. He probably is a little bit annoyed that he hasn't been chosen. And I would be as well. I play in that position, so I would be annoyed as well. But at the end of the day, Raya, when he's got the ball and he's playing out from the back, he's so good on it. And quite honestly, I feel so much more confident with him in my role.
Yeah.
You know, I'd feel so much more confident if Spurs come and play this free-flowing football that they've been playing this season. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Spurs are a really good side when they play this thing. Yeah, under their new boss. Right. So if they come and play this free-flowing football and go at us like they have been, then I think Raya will be able to control it, and I think it'll be a really good game if they come and play the way they want to. No,
For
I
me,
think that would be a great game.
For me, there's only one thing. There's only one reason why I see Arsenal winning, and if that one reason is if that cameraman does a team talk, you guys are winning. So if Arteta brings that cameraman again,
100%.
if the cameraman does the team, I fucking love this club, lads.
Fucking love this club.
I reckon it will be whoever wins midfield, because I'm not going to. I'm not going to deny Tottenham's midfield this season, and like Basuma. Oh my god! I thought, you know what? When he joined them last season, I thought,
Matters as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I was fuming. You know what?
Even Pepe Sarr, man, he looks decent.
He's looking good. I know.
There's the two people who I was really annoyed about Spurs getting, and that was Basuma last season, and I was so happy they flopped under Conte.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And also now Maddison, and I was hoping and praying.
Especially because you guys got Havertz.
Please flop, please flop, please flop. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like exactly what you said there. Yeah. And I've got this bloody Havertz. Don't get me wrong, I want Havertz to be a success. Like Connor said, I do. I really do. But I do think that he's going to be either the making of Mikel or Mikel get.
Oh, listen, guys.
Are you guys going to turn on Arteta then if you don't win anything this season? Do you think?
No. As long as if we win a cup, I'll question it if we don't win nothing.
Don't worry, don't win the Champions League, man. Don't worry, man. Don't worry.
Who knows? But at the end of the day, I'll question him, but I wouldn't be out. No.
I'm just asking because
You wouldn't be out if you don't win anything and get second.
I'd question him, but I would more question the owners.
Connor, what about you?
Oh, you're fucking. You just talking about Man United earlier. Don't sound like Man United.
Okay, guys, thank you guys for watching.
I'm not going to speak.
First of all, any Arsenal fan who's not cronky out still, I know he's done a little bit, he's spent a little bit of money, but any Arsenal fan who's not cronky out still, wow.
All wasn't forever cronky out. I don't call them the cronkies for nothing, you know.
Listen, everyone's always going to be cronky out because at the end of the day, we want owners that love this club and want to spend every single penny and dime and actually be at the games. But here we go. But at the end of the day, this guy Arteta, as much as I want him to succeed and win silverware because he has to this season, in my opinion, you've spent nearly up to £1 billion. If he goes to next season, he will spend up to £1 billion. With one FA Cup, I'm sorry. I think how much did Pep win?
No. I agree with you. There needs to be questions, questions asked about him. But I wouldn't be getting the banners out, going to the Emirates Stadium. I wouldn't be doing that. I wouldn't be getting the old banner out of the wardrobe and going again.
I know you was at the fan forum asking Levy questions.
Mate, I didn't go. I didn't bother replying.
You know what? Well, they're all clapping when Levy said, I want to win trophies. Like, what the hell was that? Anyway, guys, last topic. Combined 11.
This is
Arsenal Football Club.
Right. One Tottenham guy.
Right. I know there's going to be a lot of debate. So we're going to do one lineup at a time. So, Ollie, give me your combined 11 lineup.
Gosh.
While he waits, I can go. I'll go.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, you go.
In goal, Raya. Right back, Ben White. Centre backs, Arsenal boys, left back, Zinchenko. Sorry, I haven't seen enough of this Adoji. I haven't seen enough of Mickey Benavide. In the middle, we'll put Basuma in with Rice and Odegaard. Up top, I'll give you Son because he's still quality. Saka and Jesus. So I gave you 2 players. I think that was quite generous.
Screw it. Now I've seen someone be really not so kind. I'm going to go next.
That's not mugging off Tottenham. That's because it's quite competitive.
This is my
in a lot
personal
of
opinion.
positions.
Don't get me wrong. Your new Spurs player, like Spurs new players, I will not understand. I don't know. I don't pay attention to your club like all your fans pay attention to my club. All right, that's the difference. Raya in goal. Benny Blanco, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, obviously. Basuma, he's quality, I'll give you that. Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, Jesus.
I'll go next.
The thing is, Madison's unlucky not to be in there, but he's compared to Odegaard.
Actually, I swap Basuma with Madison. I like Madison.
Yeah. I'll go. Do you know what? I'll quickly say, right, because I'm going to give my fair dues here, because as much as I like bantering them, I don't like Tottenham. I've seen a lot of things recently. When I've seen combined 11s, I've seen people comparing it on this season. I'm like, we played 5 games. 5 games. You can't be doing that. Because I'm seeing now...
We're putting in a left-back that's played 5 games.
Vicario's played 5 games and Raya's only played 2. You can't... But it's a load of rubbish. Either way, Vicario has had a decent start for Tottenham. I think Vicario's been all right for Tottenham so far. But he's not on the level of, in my opinion...
Well, we wanted David Raya, but Levy wouldn't pay for him. So there's your answer.
But, as I said, I wouldn't even put Vicario
overall.
I wouldn't put Vicario on the level of Ramsdale and Raya. I just wouldn't, because he's only played 5 games. Raya and Ramsdale are Premier League proven, and they've done it before in both respective for Arsenal and for Brentford. So, because I think Raya overall is the better goalkeeper, I'm going to put David Raya in. Ben White, because Pedro Porro and Emerson, in my opinion, don't.
I mean, Emerson's shit, so...
Yeah, in my opinion, they don't
You lot hate Emerson. He's like the bad boy of Tottenham fans. Every Tottenham fan knows.
You don't have to watch him every week, so...
Yeah. The amount of players that I hate at United, listen, go on further.
The guy got sent off in the London derby last year.
Yep, I remember that.
I was one of them going... Well done, my
Yeah,
boy.
listen, you guys don't want to know how many United players I hate.
We better let Connor continue. Sorry, Connor. Go on,
yeah,
mate.
No. Okay, listen. I'm going to Saliba because Saliba just walks in any day of the week, in most Premier League teams anyway. Now, listen, I've got to give my respect because this guy is with a World Cup winning sides, and and as much as I do like Gabriel and Saliba, and they are such good partnership. But Gabriel does have his off days, but I like Romero. I think he's a good centre-back. I'm sorry. I do, and I'm going to be fair to Tottenham. I'm going to do Saliba and Romero because I'm going to be fair.
He's good.
Now, as much as the doggy, pronounce it, he has looked very good for Tottenham. I look at it and I think Zinchenko is... What I love about Zinchenko is...
He's support.
I don't even know.
He's a Man United fan.
Probably United.
As much as I love Zinchenko, yeah, in my opinion, he's not a defensive player. He's not a left back.
Do you think he'd be playing in midfield?
He's a midfielder.
So I don't rate him. But
on that basis alone, because Tierney isn't at the club anymore, because I would have put Tierney. Tierney's a quality left back.
I actually really like Tierney, man.
I'm going to put Ndoggy in because I don't think Zinchenko is a left back. Because when you think of left back, you think of defensive, and Zinchenko doesn't have that aspect. Going forward, he's phenomenal. Passing, all that, fantastic. But defensively, I'm going to put Ndoggy in there because he can do both. I'm going to put him in there. Now, midfield, Odegaard, Rice, because in my opinion, Madison doesn't touch Odegaard if we're going there at the moment anyway. Rice. It's difficult because I want to put Thomas Partey in there because he's quality, but
do it.
Got to be respectful.
Don't.
Because Bassuma's quality. He's been quality. And he's
but it's Tottenham, man.
And he was fantastic at Brighton. I'm thinking of the player more than the club. I'm going to do Odegaard, Rice, and Basuma. And then I'm going to do Martinelli. I mean, I'd love to put Trossard in there, but it's difficult. I'd put Martinelli, Saka, and I'd put Son up front. Because Son can't play.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's good.
But the thing with Jesus, I know he's not an out-and-out striker, but as an actual football player, I've seen Jesus on quite a few occasions. He is mustard. He's literally a beast. He's so good.
His goal
As
the other
just
night.
as a footballer, not as forget goal scoring. As a general footballer,
Yeah.
he's literally one of the best players. I've
Do
seen
you
in
guys
life.
think he's better out wide though?
No, I think he's
No.
perfect as a number
Forward.
10. I think
He's more of a
perfect
centre
behind
forward.
the striker.
Yeah.
He's more of a
Because he
centre
doesn't
forward.
like.
I
To me, he's
think
more of like a guy who
His
drops.
team the other
like-
day against PSV, he
yeah.
had that chance. I can't remember that it was the French centre back, and he didn't unfortunately score the goal, but he done some mad trickery. The thing about him is he's Brazilian. He's got that Brazilian talent in him and that Brazilian flair. Unlike
a little bit of roughness about him as well that the others don't.
yeah, like Anthony.
The only thing, because
Anthony.
Connor, when I look at you guys, right, the one weakness I see personally, apart from like obviously this midfield thing you've done with Havertz, is like a striker. If you guys had a 30 goal a season striker, I think you.
If we had
I'd
Ivan
put you in a
Toney
title
in this
race,
team,
like-
if we had Ivan Toney in this team, we would be dominating.
Connor and me think alike.
Ivan
Connor think
Toney.
alike.
Ivan
Ivan
Toney.
Toney.
Telling you. Summer
Anyway,
24,
listen, I don't mean to
summer
interrupt.
24,
I've
Ivan
got to
Toney,
go.
number 17.
Graham, do you want to shout your socials before we go? Big up to you.
I don't do as many lives these days. I'm busy at work. Yeah, Daddy Nadon, me and Phil, we do lives, do loads of sports predictions on NFL, obviously football, cricket, Ryder Cup, all that bollocks. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe. Regarding the game on Sunday, I'm going to say 2-1, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tottenham nick a draw. Very similar to how Connor is feeling. I'm not going to go over the top, but if we end up winning 3-4-0, I wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, big up everyone. Thanks very much, and I'll see you all soon.
Big up, man. Big up, Graham. Big up,
Not
Graham.
over the top. Cheers, Graham. Take care of yourself,
Yeah,
mate. And say
take
hello.
Always a pleasure. And
Say hello to
Ollie,
the-
it's all right. Ollie, it's all right. Ramsdale will be fine.
And Graham, say hello to the wife and child for me, yeah? Cheers.
Ollie, your command 11.
Yeah, I want to put Ramsdale, but Rare is probably going to start, so I'll put Rare in goal. Left back, I agree with Connor. I don't think Zinchenko is a left back, but I think Udogie's actually been good, so I might put Udogie there. Gabriel and Saliba, Ben White, midfield go with Rice, Odegaard, and Maddison. Then up front, I'll go with Son left wing, Jesus and Saka.
Yep, 100%, 100%. To the project. No worries, Connor. Do you want to shout your socials as well, Connor? Before you go?
Yeah. You can find me on CMO.editing on Instagram. I do my thing that I do is I do graphic design for people on YouTube. So if you have any channels or social media platforms, feel free to hit me up on CMO.editing on Instagram. And just have me on, or else I got to bounce because I'm on TJ's channel in about 10 minutes for another North London Derby special show. So that'll be interesting. My brain's going to hurt after that because there's going to be a lot of.
Is it with anyone from Tottenham away at all? Is it?
Yeah, it's going to be.
Is it Moff and Mari? Is it Mari?
I think Stell, Mari. I think Perchy TV is going to be there.
Oh, Perchy's there. All right.
Yeah, I've met he was a maybe, but I know Stell. Deji Spurs is going to be there.
Yeah, he's on. What's his name? At 10
Deji.
o'clock as well.
Yeah, Deji. Yeah. Well, Deji's actually turned up this time. He didn't turn up last time, so he's going to be there. So I'm going to have fun.
Because I'm on clause tomorrow.
Send Deji my best regards. Tell him
I will.
Say hi to Stel and them.
Yeah, of course I will.
Yeah.
Well, I'll catch you guys later. Yeah. Cheers, all right. See you later.
Take care, man.
So, so you're okay, cool. So only done is 11. Money, you're combined 11.
Yeah, obviously, Raya has to start in goal because Ramsdale probably won't be a part of the equation a bit. And as I said off screen, it's wonderful to see a Spanish goalkeeper who's a lot better on crosses. Most of these heavily rated Spanish goalkeepers were, just like Dracula when it came to crosses, hated them. And you got the joke there. So, right back, I probably actually would... There's a part of me that really would like does like Ben White, but he also has a very bad tendency to, completely lose it at times. And there's a part of me that wouldn't actually mind seeing Pedro Porro in there because he actually has looked pretty good in this new Tottenham team under Postecoglou, and I think he's Harry. Maybe you can vouch for this, mate.
I think Porro is that it's a new. I say it's kind of a new position for him because he's played wing back most of his career, I think. Even on the contest playing wing back. And last time we played in the back four, obviously we had like Dyer, Davies, and whoever else, and we lost 6-1 at Newcastle. So I was quite scared when he got put back in there for another game under Ange. But I think what's helped him the most is the centre halves. like now we have a settled back four. It's easier for him to be integrated in that position. But some Spurs fans point him to like some mistakes he's done this season. But if we were talking on more of like a player that's like what's the word? A modern fullback, he kind of fits the mold a bit more than White, maybe. But I'd say for me, White is he's a solid choice, if that makes sense, in my opinion.
Yeah, look, I think, don't get me wrong. I mean, Benny Blanco, as many of us call him, can be really good on his day, but he also is prone to some moments of, utter madness. And I just think that for this particular team, maybe White will sit this one out and Porro will end up starting. But left back, I'm going to go against the grain and say Zinchenko should be there, because I'm one of those people who absolutely despised seeing him start ahead of Kieran Tierney. And shout out to him for a brilliant performance against Inter Milan. Kept Denzel Dumfries quiet from all indications, and really looks to be enjoying himself in Spain. And defensively, he was all over the shop last season, but this season, credit to the guy, he's actually looked a lot better. He's become a lot more positionally aware, and he's performing the role that Arteta wants him to perform. But the difference is that he's now becoming a lot more sensible when it comes to performing his defensive duties. So I'd have him as my left back, and yeah, I do like Connor's shout in bringing Cristiano Romero into the back four, but then. I mean, just because Saliba couldn't necessarily play for France in that World Cup, that doesn't make him an inferior defender overnight.
I'd even argue, Manny, Saliba's better, but anyway, for me, Saliba's like a beast, man. The guy's so good.
Yeah, I understand.
You're
I understand
nice
completely.
to be a Spurs fan, bro. You're too nice.
I understand completely, and so it is a tough decision. But I think
I can't not be honest. Yeah, the guy's so good.
Yeah, I think I will be honest and definitely say that in as much as Romero has improved and will obviously have the one thing that Saliba doesn't have yet, Saliba just offers a lot more in terms of consistency, and so it'll be he and Mr. Magalhaes who will make the central defensive pairing. And I'm actually trying to go for a 4-2-3-1, although I don't think either coach will play that. So in terms of defensive midfielders for my 4-2-3-1, I'd have Declan Rice over there and Bissouma, who has obviously excelled ever since coming into the team. And attacking midfielders, there's a part of me that would really like to throw caution to the wind and actually drop Saka, not because he isn't quality, because everyone knows how much I love the fella. He might not necessarily be my favourite player at Arsenal, but I absolutely adore the guy. I just think this season, aside from some expected moments of quality, he's also looked off the pace, and that is not his fault. It's a consequence of being overplayed for both club and country. But I take a look at someone like Maddison, and I think it's fair to say, Harry, that in Jimmy, you've got yourself a guy who could be the closest thing to Eriksen that you've had since the Great Dane left.
Manny, I'm someone, by the way, I'm probably a minority of Spurs fans here that says so. I prefer Maddison to Eriksen personally. I think Maddison's got more about him. But...
exactly.
Eriksen's finished.
Yeah, what makes me really angry about seeing Maddison do well was because I was one of those fans who wanted him. Not that my opinion gets much traction, and also the fact that that you got him for about 40 million, Bob, and we spent much more than that for Kai Havertz. It's enough to make me sick, really. But I actually would drop Bukayo Saka and put Jimmy Maddison as the right winger. Left winger would almost definitely be, in as much as I do rate Trossard very highly, I just think Gabriel Martinelli offers so much more into going forward. He leaves the defense imbalanced. It's just a shame that he got injured, because that goal he scored against Everton was an absolute beauty. And when he scores, it's almost Thierry Henry-esque, as in fact, MK and I were on a stream earlier, and he said exactly that. Henry-esque finish. So he gets into the team, and that would leave Odegaard free to play number 10, and so that solves the problem of whether you can play both Maddison and Odegaard in the same team. I say yes, you most definitely can. And so the striker up top, love Gabriel Jesus, contributes a great deal, but it's got to be the number one son. Heung-min Son. He's scored more goals, been very, magisterial in terms of his impact. Yeah, that completes my team.
Nice. So all teams
It's just me left, I think.
in except from Harry from the Spurs side. So Harry, let's
Okay.
hear your combined 11.
So Ryan goal, that's kind of a given for me because we chased him in
Come
the
on,
summer.
put Vicario, man.
No, mate, I'm not gonna lie. In the first game, I was like shitting it with Vicario. Like he really worries me. Sometimes he's very nervous, and the thing that worries me about this game, especially with Vicario, for me, is that he hasn't really dealt with a proper test, right? So if Arsenal could put balls in the box more, or I haven't seen him go out and really deal with the cross like properly. And for me, Raya, after he was the keeper I wanted in the summer that we were linked with, I got to put him in goal. On the right back, I've got Ben White. I'd put Ben White personally because he's a solid choice, and Porro is still quite early for me to call whether he can play there. Saliba, right centre back. That's what I would do. This will be quite controversial, but I'm going Van der Ven, left centre back, and I'm going Udogie left back. My midfield three is going to be Rice, Maddison, and Odegaard. I couldn't pick between Odegaard and Maddison. I'm just putting them both in midfield at the same time. So let's just have that. and then my front three is maybe it's a bit controversial, but I'm going Martinelli, Son, and Trossard.
Oh,
I really like Trossard.
That's a
I really like Trossard. I think I want him in January when you guys went for him, like because Spurs were linked, and then we messed around, and you guys got him off like one day.
yeah, I remember. Yeah, Spurs were close to getting him, but
close to getting Raya as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I just said that.
Yeah. Well,
I'm pissed off
40
about
million.
that as well.
40 million got rejected.
Yeah.
I don't know. Levy done
You
something.
know, maybe that's not what happened. Maybe the guy just got pissed off with Levy for all we know. I don't know.
Nah,
Probably.
I think he got rejected.
Do you think his price dropped because they had to get rid of him later in the window?
No, I just think that the loan impacted it. I think the loan helped with it.
Really? You think? All right.
I believe so.
Yeah, 100%. Let's
I
get.
wanted him over Vicario anyway, so.
Yeah, listen, Vicario, man. I don't know. He's
I
told.
don't know too much about that geezer.
He's a bit like he's very young for a goalkeeper. He's only 26.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah.
But like, I guess you'll see it on Sundays.
Yeah, I'll catch a few of your highlights, like match of the day highlights. The teams you played, you ain't really been tested.
No, listen, they beat.
We beat United. But...
We beat.
Yeah,
United
had that 15 or that first half where they were.
They missed the chances.
Yeah. We're 20 minutes.
Bruno,
FC.
Is it Bruno hit the bar? So we missed that chance.
Bruno. Yeah, we're 20 minutes FC. We played good for 20 minutes, and afterwards, I don't know.
What's wrong with you guys? You signed Mason Mount. Everything's gone.
Hey! I don't know. Listen, I don't know. Like, it is what it is, man.
He's under pressure now, apparently, Ten Hag. That's what I was reading.
No, not for me. I don't think so. Listen,
I get the will, eh?
now listen, I think some of these United fans need to understand. They need to understand. Change of managers is not going to do anything with this ownership. So, listen, if I say something out, okay, then who are we going to get in replacement? Because see, Nagelsmann went to Germany.
Jim Sherwood, I don't know.
Oi, okay, that's
he's out of work.
Listen,
Want to go to Solskjaer again?
Oh my God, listen, no.
Then I can be like Ollie at the wheel.
Hey, no, that.
Bring back CR7 as manager.
Listen, Tony, bring back.
I'm asking you, Oris, honestly, like, what is going on at Man United? I'm so shocked, really, because I thought you guys would really push on this year.
Nah, listen, I think it's the same old excuse. Like half of these players have let down other managers before. Like Rashford. Yeah, listen, some people that just rate him. I'm not gonna call him up, but I mean, it's not even just one, but there's just multiple people that just rate Rashford. Like he walks, he doesn't even. He just walks around. He's a lazy. For me, I think he's a. For me, if I'm being serious, anyone can watch this, can click me up. But if someone offered me 5 million for Rashford, I would accept that in January because honestly, I've had enough of Rashford. 30 million, 20 million, 40 million.
Really? You take 5 million for Rashford?
Listen, I've had enough of this guy. And
I'll call Ange and I'll tell him to make a bid.
Listen, Rashford, I've had enough. Ericsson, listen, I know that he cannot play for more than some specific time limit. For me, I don't see Eriksen playing more than 70 minutes, but I don't see why Ten Hag continues to do that when he knows he's got that heart rate thing in his heart. So he needs to stop, because I know Emirates is coming back from injury. Obviously, Mason Mount coming back is not going to do anything, especially in his. But
You guys got Andy back.
Listen, he should be back in the Burnley squad to face Burnley.
Casemiro needs help, man. He
He needs
to
help.
play
He needs
Casemiro
Amrabat
and play
He needs
someone
Amrabat.
else. Yeah.
He's Amrabat, and obviously Varane's coming back. So Varane coming for Lindelof, and yeah, listen. Personally, for me, I'm not. I think Ten Hag can turn this around. I genuinely do. I think we can. I think after this Burnley game, our next 4 games are at home, so I do expect us to turn around. But you know what? I'm going to be honest. If we lose against Burnley tomorrow, which, listen, it is possible, we can either lose or draw, and then obviously we've got Palace at home for Carabao Cup on Tuesday. Lose to that, then yeah, listen, because obviously, I don't know if you guys saw, but United fans did boo when Ten Hag took off Hoyland for Martial. So, and that was probably for me the loudest boo that I've ever heard on the Ten Hag. So, listen, there's already some fans turning on Ten Hag. So, for me, I don't want to see him go. I don't want to see him sacked, but I do believe he can turn around. But I understand the criticism.
We'll see what happens, I guess.
Ten Hag needs to stop with but and then again, Bruno Fernandes, he's not been turning up for me. Like, I don't know what's going on with Bruno, but listen, I hope we do get. I feel like we will win tomorrow, but listen, anything can happen. This is football.
Who you guys playing tomorrow? Sorry, I don't know.
Burnley away.
You know what? I've been so focused on the North London derby, I haven't even looked at the other,
other
games this weekend.
Yeah, now I got Burnley away. Listen, anything can happen. I know Burnley are crap, but like I said, anything can happen. So, yeah, listen. I understand. Listen, but buying game, I don't think. Listen, sloppy mistakes. That's all we did. Sloppy mistakes against Bayern. And yeah, they won 4-3. 4-3. Yeah, I know you didn't watch Arsenal, so you watched the better game. But yeah, I mean, 4-3. Listen, we can beat guys. Bayern are not good, you know. I think we can beat them at Old Trafford, you know. Like if we have players back from injuries, we can definitely beat Bayern. But right now, yeah. It is really concerning if we do not win tomorrow. What I'm saying, if we do not win tomorrow,
whoever does your clip channel, just remember the time, because there's a nice, lovely clip at 57:41 for you when Bayern Munich go to OT and Gnabry starts going like that.
if we don't win tomorrow, it's peak. I'm being serious. Like,
I know we beat them 5-2, but it wasn't an easy game. Burnley away.
Was it? Oh, yeah, Burnley away. Yeah. I don't know, man. Listen, we'll see what happens.
You've got to just hope you get an early goal or something, and it'll open them up. But
listen, we played good for 20 minutes, and after that, I don't know what's going on with this club.
They get tired, man.
They get tired, they're fatigued, man. Because we had like 9 pre-season games, guys, 9, and then half of them were in different countries.
I think we only had like 3 or 4.
We had to fly to Norway, we had to fly to USA, we had to fly to so many countries. Listen, these players are already fatigued. So listen, Hoyland's looking good though. I did tell people about.
He looked, to be fair, he did look good.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, as a musical reference, the Rasmus has been watching. He's been waiting in the shadows for his time. I don't know if any of you remember that song. Some of you wouldn't even.
We missed the pressing for Red Bulls, please.
Traps. He went on one of my, Proper United. He came on a show with me, yeah, and we did the stream with one of the guys. Anyway, he made a funny joke about Hoyland, mate. He goes, "This is not some B-Tech Haaland."
No, Hoyland's looking good. I think. Listen, Reguilon again. Listen,
Orist, I didn't want us to bloody loan Reguilon. I want to keep him and sell Davies.
Reguilon's looking good, you know. 2 matches. Listen,
he's a good left back. Honestly, he's a good left back.
Is there an obligation for us to keep it?
No, apparently there's like a clause in January, like a break clause. Either you can break it or we can break it. I don't think there's an option to buy it.
Okay, listen. Listen, I was against Reguilon, to be fair. I was against because of his injuries record. I was against it, but listen,
I was annoyed. The guy's good.
He is playing good, you know, and I hope he can keep us up. But
hey, look, he might end up winning a bit of silverware if he wins with United.
No, listen,
mate, and Ndombele went on loan to Napoli and won the title.
We're gonna get score predictions in, and then we'll wrap up. So, Ollie,
didn't play that much, but
Arsenal versus Tottenham. Your score prediction?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 3-1 Arsenal.
Your scorers?
Oh gosh. For Tottenham, maybe Son, maybe. I don't know. Someone. Arsenal probably Odegaard, Saka, Rice. I don't know. I want Rice to get a goal, but I don't think he will.
Yeah, fair enough. Manny, score prediction.
3-1 for me as well. It could very well be. I mean, we all know that despite several of our protestations, Bukayo Saka will start. He's going to get one goal, obviously. If Trossard starts, he should score. And wouldn't it just be fitting if Declan Rice were to really, put himself into the hearts of Arsenal fans by scoring in the North London derby? And as for Tottenham's goal, who else but the number one son, Heung-min Son?
Yeah, exactly. 100%, man. 100%.
Ironically, he's
Harry.
number 7, but you know what I mean.
Harry, what were you saying, Harry?
Well, I said 4-2 to Arsenal, unfortunately. I think it'll be 2-2 till like 70 minutes, and I think Arsenal scored 2 goals. My scores, I think, are okay for Tottenham. I'm going Son and Maddison. That'll be my 2 scorers. For Arsenal, you're gonna hate me for saying this. Rice, Martinelli, Havertz is going to score. Watch Havertz is going to score. No, Martinelli's playing tomorrow, man. Arteta came out and said that he's.
Oh, right, okay.
Martinelli's going to score, and I think Saka. Did I say 4 people, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Mason.
Because I think Havertz will score. It's just brilliant, man.
Yeah, I was literally going to say 3-1. It'll be a tight game, but I think we'll win. Goal scorer for them, I think it'll be Song or Richie from the spot. I'm still going with they'll get a penalty. Richie dives over, referee gives it. For us, I'm going to say Havertz. This is his chance. Score against Spurs, you'll be in the Arsenal hearts. Dex, I would love him to score. I would love him to cement his place again. That would be amazing. And what other than Starboy? Starboy. He's got to get a goal. I want him to. He loves games like this. He loves playing against Spurs. And let's give him a goal. Let's do it. 3-1 Arsenal.
I'm gonna go with 2-2. 2-2. 2-2 draw.
I'll be gutted if there's a draw, bro. I'll be fuming. I'll be
so happy if it's a draw.
I'll be fuming. That's what I mean. If a Spurs fan is so happy to get a point, if a Spurs fan's so happy to get a point at the Emirates, then bro, we cannot get them. We can't let them.
Mate, I hate this game. I hate this game.
They will love it. They will be celebrating like they've won the league. There'll be party buses and that guy around bloody North London like mad.
Shall I tell you what the problem is? If we lose, my phone's gonna go mental.
You may as well. That's what I did for the Arsenal game.
This is why I hate losing. I live 20 minutes from Tottenham, mate. So it's literally my area is Arsenal and Tottenham, basically, right? I was literally in Highbury like an hour ago. Because I work near Highbury in Islington, basically. So I was there an hour ago. So I've been enemy territory like all day, basically.
Listen, I'm a Spurs fan on Sunday, so you know me and all that nonsense. Come on, Tottenham.
Leave you out.
Leave you in.
Yeah, that's probably because Spurs have been your feeder club for several years, Orest.
We gave you Carrick, Berbatov.
100%, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Ericsson and now Regulon. Who's next?
Ericsson needs to go, by the way.
Who's next? Eric Dyer.
January, I want Ericsson. January, I want Ericsson.
The Ten Hag rate.
I'll tell you what, we'll give you Cedric. No. We'll give you Cedric.
Oh, listen, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised because we've got flipping Johnny Evans. So, listen, Johnny Evans and Eric Dyer, that'd be nice.
I'd rather have Evans than Dyer, personally.
No, just don't say that.
I'd rather have Evans.
You know how bad Dyer is, don't you?
I do know how bad Dyer is, trust me.
I'm going to tell you one
thing.
Evans got the contract because his wife works for METV, by the way. So that's all I'm going to say. You got the contract.
Big up Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans, do not listen to this United fan. Do not listen to them. We love you, Johnny Evans.
Your socials, where can people find you?
Yeah, DJK on YouTube. Ollie's Epic 556 on Ollie.Sinclair 556 on Instagram.
Be up to you, Ollie, man. Be up to you. Yeah. Manny, where can people find you?
Yeah, well, people can find me over here on Norris Talks Football. I am a co-host and quite happy to be part of this channel. Also, shout out to Coach's Corner with Hanno Trollope. I am a co-host there too, and we will be doing a lot of work there together for the upcoming sports events. Shout out as well to Del Boy Gunner TV. We should be doing a call-in show after the North London derby. And Harry, if you're free, mate, we'd love to have you come on and offer your perspective. And if the game gets over at about 8, I'm assuming that it would be a 2 p.m. kickoff, so it'll probably be a 4 p.m. stream. So if you want to come over, hop on over, I'll even send you the link. And don't worry, we're going to be respectful to you because most of us aren't really Arteta in, but we will treat you with respect. I promise.
No,
no, Manny, it's fine. I know you're not going to come on and just like rip me apart if we lose.
Yeah, and yeah. Also, Tony Claude Gunner TV, Danny AC TV.
I'm on Tony Claude tomorrow. So, yeah.
Oh, beautiful! Up the cherries in all departments. The Bournemouth fan channel. Also, shout out to AFC Talk Show TV, which is MK's channel. Big up as well to DJ Sinclairo, which is Ollie's channel, I do believe. And who else? Yeah, Villa TV. Also big up to Daddy and the Don Sports. Done a couple of videos with them. Terrific guys, obviously. Sad that they're a bit busy these days, but, you know, it is what it is. And several other people. Eugen Spurs Asia TV. Harry, you know him well. Yeah. Love coming on his show. We did a North London derby preview as well. You might want to check that out whenever you can.
Yeah, he told me,
and several other channels who I can't really name at present, but all very precious and close to my heart. I always believe that we have to be respectful of one another whenever we come on streams like this. Unless we can learn to agree to disagree without being disagreeable, there is no point in trying to have a discussion. So let's cut down the banter and be respectful of everyone, what they have to say, and each other's space. Big up to the chat, and big up to all our other panelists who joined, Connor, and obviously... I think it's just the 5 of us left. We were 7 as well, so hopefully I've covered everyone. Big up to you as well, Harry. Hopefully, if you know, you do another stream again, I'd love to come on and we can catch up a bit. But we'll see about that. And to all of you, everyone else, just there's nothing much else. Enjoy the football this weekend. Enjoy the rugby this weekend if that's your thing. And take care and be safe from the weather. It is getting a bit inclement around parts of the UK and also over here in my neck of the woods. Don't do anything that us panelists wouldn't do. For now, though, good night to you and farewell to thee.
Yeah, be up to yourself, Manny. Mason, where can we find you? Bit for joining.
Yeah, man. Obviously, YouTube, AFC Talk Show TV. As Manny said, we have got a North London preview tomorrow. Deji Spurs is coming on, and of course, if you want to see me, then follow my Instagram, MKTheDon14. I put silly memes on there, getting at rival fans and make them all rattle. So if you love a bit of rattling, then come on over and join me. Thank you.
Yeah, be up to yourself, Mason. And last but not least, be up for joining Harry. Where can we find you?
Yeah, so please subscribe to my channel, Hasper TV. And if you want to follow me, it's at Hasper92. Also, go and subscribe to everyone else to be on this panel and all other Spurs channels that you guys might know, like Tottenham Away, View from the South, which I'll probably be on at some point in the next few days. Everyone else has got a YouTube channel. Just go and subscribe to them. So, anyway.
Yeah, be up to you, everyone. Be up to you for joining as well. Big up everyone. Big up the panel, man. Great to see you guys. And obviously, yeah, the North London derby game is going to be massive. Obviously, listen, if Spurs win or Spurs get a draw, I'll be happy. But listen, I've got United to focus on tomorrow. Hopefully Mason Mount doesn't play. But listen, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video, the stream. Please check the other stream that we did before that Hannah hosted with Manny himself. They did the game week preview, so do check that out. Obviously, go check if you're watching this back on playback. Make sure you have smashed the next. Go check out Hasbro TV. I watch your. I think you do those little videos like every day. So I'll be watching. Like, yeah,
I haven't done them in a while though. I was meant to do it every day, but it just yeah. I'll probably do one first Sunday morning though. I think.
Yeah, 100%. Also, do check out DJ Sinclair as well. I was on the stream yesterday, so yeah, check that out as well. And yeah, check out Manny on Twitter, man, where you can see him debating or blocking some stupid people on Twitter.
You know what,
so-
Manny? I used to be like that. I used to be on Twitter all the time arguing with people, but I can't be asked anymore. Like, it's just boring.
Yeah, but you can see me going after a few people,
Yeah, I
especially
see
a
you
certain
Manny quote tweets this person on that one.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
especially
guys-
a certain Lee Gunner. You're going to be a marked man, son. Every single nonsense utterance you make, I'm going to clip you and quote you and shame you to kingdom come. Do check that out. Can't stand them.
Check that out. But yeah, guys, we are out. Peace.